what's up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in. Like always, smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel. It helps my channel grow. Also, come join the community via Patreon. Go to my Patreon page at simcastpodcast/patreon.com. A lot of perks over there. A lot of things. Some rewards. Shout outs for you guys. Working on some custom art. I have some already available for certain patrons. So go ahead to my page, check it out. Also, follow me on my socials. I'm on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I post a lot of things over there as well. A lot of updates, videos too. So make sure you check it out. Also, hit the notification bell. So when I do post my videos or when I go live, you guys won't miss out. Well, today's video, I will be highlighting Superman, and I will be talking about pretty much Superman and his alternative versions, his multi-versions characters. I just recently did one on the Flash, pretty much highlighting all the different versions we have of the Flash or on the different Earths and everything. With the movie that just came out, it was pretty much about the multiverse and all of that. So we got a chance to see, all of these different iterations of these characters, Batman, Supergirl, and Superman as well. So spoilers if you guys haven't watched the movie. I enjoyed it. A lot of mixed reviews. I know haven't been, too good at the box office, but my opinion is good. You're a fan of all of that DC comics and the Flash, I believe you'll like it. So for this video, I will be highlighting Superman. I will be talking about him and a couple, pretty much a couple of standout versions that we know that's in the comics or different medias. Just some mentions too, like especially like Smallville. I'm a fan of that as well, and I'm a bigger fan of Superman. So, that version, Tom Welling's his version of a Superman, we saw that it was connected to the Arrowverse, the Tyler Hoechlin Superman. He's connected to that universe. So so we have the TV universe, like they say, the DC extended universe. So we have that, and then we also have the movies universe. But I will be pretty much just highlighting all around. So let's get into it. And let's start with the first one. Like I said, no particular order, no ranking. Just giving you guys some info and some fun facts on these characters. Some characters you may not know of Superman. Sometimes we only know like one version of a character. Where, especially with the with DC, the multiverse, we have a lot of characters with the same face, pretty much. But here we go. Kingdom Come Superman. Just from the notes and things I'm reading, like I said, we all know he's the alternative universe Superman. Pretty much like an older Justice League member. We got a chance to see this version with the crossover episodes throughout the Arrowverse, played by Brandon Routh. The Superman Returns Superman. So it was only fitting to bring him back. And like I said, in the same crossover, we saw Tom Welling make his appearance, his Smallville Clark Kent. So that was cool. But yeah, it just says like he's technically like an evil version of the hero. I see he was kind of like bitter on like I said, on the crossover, but they say he's like a evil version of Superman. Like he lost control of his emotions. He became impatient over the people. So, like I said, he's just an older Superman that became bitter. So, I know they have a lot of comics with this version. So, just have to check that out and find out more about this character. But okay, move on to the next one. let's see, we have the Injustice Superman. Now, if you're familiar with like the Injustice story, where it's like almost like the Elseworlds, where it's just a different version of some characters. Like what will happen if something drastic would happen to one of the characters, I believe. I know they made a movie, I mean, not a movie, they made a game about it. And yeah, they also made an animated movie about it, showing it. Like we see that the Joker dying and he was getting everybody back and pretty much broke that Superman where he took, the one thing that was keeping him together, I guess, which is Lois Lane, and he just went from there. So check that movie out as well. I believe it's the Injustice. I think it was like 2 parts to it, if not just 1 part. But go ahead and check it out. I know it's streaming on Max right now, so I liked it. Yeah, go ahead and check it out. But it's basically, like you said, it's the evilest version of this of Superman. Like I said, Joker tricks him in thinking that Lois Lane is Doomsday, making him think that he was fighting her or fighting him, when in fact he was basically beating up Lois and killed her, and then at the same time revealing that she was pregnant. So, pretty much he ended up killing or crossing the line by killing the Joker, and that set the course of all of these, things that was happening, and how he, was feeling about society, that he couldn't take certain things no more, and he had to govern everything. So, like I said, in the animated movie, it goes more into detail. But he pretty much became a dictator, though, with no tolerance for crime. So, okay, now let's go to the next one. Earth 23 Superman, which is Calvin Ellis. I know a little bit about this. I know he was like kind of patterned after Barack Obama, our former president that we had. He was designed to look like him, I believe. So it's like like I said, Earth 23 Kal-El came from an island on Krypton and landed on Earth. He's one of the first black Supermen. Like I said, fans saw him in the comics. He's a reporter. Yeah, he's more than a reporter like the regular Clark Kent Superman, but yeah, he became the president of the United States, or his version of the United States. Yep, like I said, became a popular character with fans. He made appearances like in Final Crisis, fought alongside Earth 1 Superman, just all across the multiverse. And I believe I was hearing some rumors or some talks that I believe they're supposed to be making a movie version with this version of a Superman. So I think just look out for that. I think Milestone Comics, the one that brought us Static, I know they have something to do with it, I believe. And then Michael B. Jordan, I believe, is supposed to have the script or the director or be the director, I believe. So yeah, make sure you stay locked into my channel. If I hear anything else, I'll update you guys. If you guys know, make sure you comment down below. But going to the next one, we have a Superman, an Elsworlds story, that version of a Superman. If you're familiar with those novels and those comics, pretty much like I said, it's all different alternatives or versions, multiverse versions of our heroes. So, and this Elseworlds story is kind of darker too. But I guess in this story, they say they highlight the nail, where we all know the story where the Kents found, baby Kal-El in the cornfield. But I guess in this story, on the way to home, the Kents must have hit a nail, and so they missed finding Clark. And then I guess he was adopted by an Amish couple instead. raised him with good values, that yet they kept him disconnected, from the world. Um, like I said, I think he was a part of the Justice League. No, because he was disconnected from the world, he just basically, I think, was just regular, that the world got a chance to see you know, the world saw the Justice League without Superman and the world without Superman, and pretty much see what happens without the Man of Steel around. So it's an interesting story. Pretty much how the world needs Superman. So let's see. Yeah, let's go to this story. I know this one is popular. Uh, the Red Sun Superman. Uh, I believe they have an animated movie about this too. That too is also on Max right now. So go ahead and check it out if you want to know more about this character, and some comics out here too as well. But just to give a little brief info about him, here's another Elseworld story. Like I said, these stories are kind of a little darker. It pretty much imagines if Superman landed in the Soviet Russia instead of Smallville, which makes him, basically a pawn of communists, but almost like the Injustice Superman. He forced rules and pretty much kind of instilled the Soviet values to the world. Like I said, just like the other version, the other Elseworld story, the Amish Superman. It's just another take on Superman. What happens if someone else finds him, and if he wasn't found by the Kents, what would his life be? And pretty much, what is he a product of his environment? Is it his raising, his upbringing, or is it in his blood? So we get a chance to see all of that with these different versions. Like on Smallville, where they showed pretty much Clark Luthor, where it was another Earth that instead of the Kents finding Clark, the Luthors found him and raised him to be a Luthor. So they had a little storyline with that. If you haven't saw it, look, spoiler, but I advise you to watch that because Smallville was a good show. Pretty much sparked all of the these hero shows we have on the CW, and sparked the Arrowverse, or planted the seed for this and for all these TV shows we have with superheroes. So yeah, shout out to Smallville. So, but yeah, moving on to the next one we have Earth 2 Superman. Pretty much like the Earth 1 Superman, but older. He pretty much been around longer and fighting crime and everything. So he's pretty much the seasoned Superman. Like I said, with the modern Justice League, the older Justice Society of America, they just simply made him the JSA part of Earth 2, or that's what he's part of. The writers did that. Yeah, he basically, like you said, basically the same as Earth 1. He's married to Lois Lane. He's fighting for decades. Like I said, more than our Earth 1 Superman. But pretty much like we get a chance to see Superman in the future. That's pretty much what it is. And I believe that's what the Smallville version of the Tom Weller's version of Superman is the Earth 2 Superman. So Tyler Hoechlin is the Earth 1. I believe that's it. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But here's another one we have, Ultraman. I've seen them in a lot of animated features they have with the Justice League. With this character, I think, no, like one movie, I believe. But yeah, I know they have some comics out there for this character too. Pretty much, like I said, another version or another Earth of Superman, where the Justice League heroes are evil. Like they have another version of Batman. We have another version of Wonder Woman. All of these people. So it highlights that in the movie. So go ahead and check that one out as well. But yeah, instead of him wearing the S, he has a U for Ultraman. And like I mentioned with Tom Welling in Smallville, that Clark Luthor character was pretty much an Ultraman, because when he was wearing his symbol, it was upside down. So yeah, so he's from Earth 3. Had the same power set, similar uniform. Like I said, a Superman except for the U. And then the complete opposite of Superman, he draws his power from kryptonite instead of the sun. Almost that sounds like a Bizarro. So yeah, so basically the same as, like I said, just almost the same, the opposite of a Superman, but a villain instead. Okay. Now the next one, Superman Beyond. If you guys are familiar with Batman Beyond, the animated series or the comics, you see Terry McGinnis, I believe that's his name. He pretty much took over the mantle for Batman, for Bruce Wayne. As when he was older, he couldn't do it no more, so he recruited Terry to do it. So I know they had, yeah, in the show they had in the Batman animated show, Justice League TV shows, also, yeah, it's some animated features I believe that they showed that character, Batman Beyond. So there's pretty much, yeah, like I said, pretty much that's who that is. But he's like a little bit of both. But it says um, this Superman is a good mentor and help for our Batman Beyond. Okay, so he's not Terry. He is every bit the same Clark Kent Superman. Um, he's just much older and he's in the future. So he's pretty much like how okay, so he's pretty much like Batman Beyond, but he's a Superman Beyond, you know. So that's what he is. He's that take. So he's Kryptonian, so he doesn't feel the effects of age like how Batman does, or the rest of the heroes. But um, they say he has a nice connection to the past with Terry McGinnis taking over as Batman. So that's where his connection is with everybody. So that's cool. I'm not really familiar with that character, but I've seen that costume and I've seen the comic before. I would just have to read up more about it to find out more on this character. So then the next one we have pretty much is let's see, OG Superman, pretty much Earth One Superman. Okay, now let's talk about Superman, Earth One Superman, the present Superman that we have now. If it's Tyler Hoechlin, if it's Henry Cavill, or well, I don't know what the Superman legacy, what time that's going to be set in, but even that version is a Earth One version, because he's on our Earth. So yes, we all know Superman. We know the story. He's the last son of Krypton. Knew what happened to his planet. Parents sent him to Earth. So pretty much the Kents raised him. His time on Smallville helped shape him to become the man he was. He became a reporter. Then we all knew he grew to become Superman, Clark Kent Superman. So we know the story. A lot of movies out there for Superman, a lot of comics, a lot of TV shows, a lot of media, pretty much. So if you guys are not familiar with that character, I don't know where you've been at, because this man is everywhere. But yeah, so that's pretty much a lot of the Superman that we have and the different characters. We all have different allies of Superman, like John Henry, where he was the Steel Superman. We know the Reign of Superman storyline, Eradicator, different versions of Superman. So the Black Suit Superman, we see that in comics, Death of Superman story. Even in the Justice League Snyder cut, we saw the Black Superman, that version of Superman, which is pretty much the Earth One Superman. So pretty cool to see all of these different takes on these heroes and things like that. That's why I love doing these videos, and especially by me being a huge fan of Superman, it helps me learn a lot. So hope you guys learned a lot from this video. Got some info out of it. hopefully you guys check out some of this media and things out here about these characters. So make sure you, and also make sure you check out my Superman and Lois season 3 finale review. It's already posted now to my channel. Go ahead, check it out. So also make sure you hit the notification bell when I post my other videos. You guys won't miss out. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like always, peace.